Hollywood has long been obsessed with the appearance of its stars, especially actresses and their beauty secrets. However, few realize that male actors have also quietly undergone plastic surgery, often supported by major studios, because their looks are equally valuable assets. While changes to women's appearances are often scrutinized, the cosmetic procedures of male actors tend to be kept under wraps, allowing them to alter their looks without public disclosure. Today, we will uncover the little-known secrets of plastic surgery in Hollywood. From discreet touch-ups during the golden era to more obvious interventions, today, Hollywood's history is a long string of efforts to maintain masculine beauty. Notably, these changes reflect the evolving concept of masculinity across different eras, clearly showing that the pursuit of a perfect appearance has never been a story exclusive to women. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you find the story about these fascinating transformations interesting, drop a comment with the number 1. If not, comment with 0. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more exciting videos coming up. Now let's dive into the story together. Clark Gable, known as the King of Hollywood, became the most recognizable symbol of MGM thanks to his captivating and elegant appearance. However, few know that Gable's perfect looks were actually the result of a careful reconstruction process supported by the MGM studio. When Gable arrived in Hollywood in the late 1920s, MGM executives quickly noticed two major flaws on his face: his protruding ears and serious dental issues. In 1932, to correct these flaws, Gable underwent a series of significant cosmetic procedures. Notably, he had ear-pinning surgery, a procedure that pulled his ears closer to his head without the need for general anesthesia, which was very rare and advanced at the time. However, the biggest issue was his teeth, due to childhood trauma and severe gum infection. Most of Gable's natural teeth had to be removed, and MGM replaced them with a set of high-quality dentures, giving Gable a new, confident smile. This subtle transformation not only helped Gable achieve the perfect masculine appearance, but also set a precedent in the film industry, addressing flaws discreetly while maintaining a natural look. His new appearance, combined with his acting talent, helped Gable become one of Hollywood's top box office stars at the time. Interestingly, all of these procedures were kept secret, as contracts at the time prohibited actors from publicly discussing cosmetic surgery. Clark Gable's case laid the foundation for the trend of enhancing male beauty in cinema without being too obvious or artificial. Cary Grant, the symbol of elegance on screen, built his charismatic image over the years with considerable support from subtle cosmetic procedures. His journey from the youthful Archibald Leach to the iconic Cary Grant began with dental work in the early 1930s to perfect his smile, a crucial part of his alluring persona. Records show that in 1932, Grant underwent dental work and replacements to create a set of perfectly straight white teeth, fitting the image of an up-and-coming A-list star. Even in his 50s, Grant continued to play romantic lead roles opposite younger actresses. Around 1957, he underwent upper eyelid surgery to correct the issue of sagging eyelids, a problem that made his face appear tired on screen. The famous director Alfred Hitchcock, who worked with Grant on several occasions, once hinted that his appearance had been refreshed during filming. However, Grant adhered to the unwritten rule of the industry not to publicly discuss cosmetic procedures for male stars. What is notable is that all of Grant's procedures were done discreetly, allowing him to maintain a natural look while preserving his youthful appearance over the years. Cary Grant's timeless image was widely recognized, leading the public to believe that his appearance was solely the result of good genes and a healthy lifestyle. Actress Katharine Hepburn, A close friend of Grant once humorously compared his care for his appearance to maintaining an expensive luxury car. According to cosmetic surgeon Dr. Jessica Wu, it was this subtle approach that made Cary Grant the ideal model for enhancing one's appearance discreetly, not to change oneself, but to become the best version of oneself at any age. This silent standard continues to inspire Hollywood male stars to this day. Dean Martin, with his natural charm and smooth, distinctive voice, always captured the hearts of audiences. However, his attractive appearance was not solely innate, but also the result of subtle cosmetic interventions. Born Dino Crochet Martin, he initially had a higher and more prominent nose. Around 1953, when his career with Jerry Lewis began to soar, Dean Martin decided to undergo rhinoplasty. This procedure helped refine the contours of his face while maintaining his signature aura, making him even more captivating on screen. Although Dean Martin never publicly acknowledged his cosmetic procedures, a makeup artist who worked with him confirmed in 1996 that his nose had been subtly and naturally altered. In the 1960s and 1970s, as he entered his 50s, Martin continued to undergo other procedures such as a lower facelift to improve the contours of his jawline and neck, as well as eye surgery to reduce sagging eyelids, helping him appear more refreshed on camera. These changes always complemented his effortlessly charming image, offering a subtle nod to how actors of that time had to balance natural masculinity with the strict aesthetic standards of Hollywood. Sammy Davis Jr., a member of the Rat Pack, humorously hinted that the changes in Dean Martin's appearance were an open secret within the industry. Unlike some of his contemporaries, Martin opted for subtle enhancements that allowed him to maintain his natural look. However, upon closer inspection of photos from the 1970s, one can notice the limitations of the cosmetic techniques of that time, particularly around the eyes. According to cosmetic surgeon Dr. Paul Nassif, Dean Martin's journey in improving his appearance marked a pivotal moment in the history of male cosmetic surgery, as perfection was no longer an exclusive privilege for women, but began to extend to Hollywood's male stars. Kirk Douglas, an icon of strength and a powerful presence on screen with classic works like Spartacus and Paths of Glory, was not only famous for his talent, but also for how he managed the aging process. Unlike many of his peers, Douglas didn't choose cosmetic surgery early on, but rather began his journey around 1975 when he was nearing 60. His first procedure was a mild facelift, which helped improve the contours of his jawline and neck, while still maintaining the flexibility and expressiveness of his face. What sets Kirk Douglas apart is his rare openness about his cosmetic surgeries. In a 1988 interview, he candidly admitted, "Everybody does it. I'm just more honest about it than most." Over time, Douglas continued to undergo procedures like facelifts, brow lifts, and eyelid surgery, particularly from the 1980s to the early 2000s. These changes gradually shaped his appearance, becoming especially noticeable in his later years. His son, actor Michael Douglas, hinted at his father's proactive approach to maintaining his image, believing in using all available tools to protect his career and appearance. According to cosmetic surgeon Dr. Stephen Teitelbaum, Kirk Douglas's procedures reflect the evolution of cosmetic techniques over time. While the initial surgeries were effective and looked natural, the later interventions became more noticeable, highlighting both the strengths and limitations of cosmetic surgery. However, Douglas's honesty and initiative helped break down the stereotypes surrounding male beauty, normalizing this trend in Hollywood and leaving a legacy as a pioneer in openly and positively improving men's appearances. Burt Lancaster, a star known for his muscular physique and masculine allure, maintained his attractive appearance through subtle cosmetic procedures, complementing his strong build. His first intervention took place in 1947 when he underwent surgery to reshape his ears, correcting the slightly protruding ears that studio executives felt diminished his on-screen appeal. As his career took off, Lancaster continued to make minor improvements, such as dental adjustments in the early 1950s, where he used porcelain veneers to improve his discolored teeth, creating a bright smile that would become one of his signature features. Lancaster's approach to improving his physical appearance was deeply influenced by his background in professional acrobatics. He viewed his body as a performing tool that required care and maintenance, much like the rigorous training sessions he underwent. In 1967, he underwent an endoscopic brow lift, an advanced procedure at the time, to improve sagging eyebrows and forehead wrinkles, helping him maintain a strong and attractive image as he aged. By the mid-1970s, he turned to thread lifting, a less invasive procedure that shortened recovery time compared to traditional methods. Unlike some of his peers who publicly criticized the pressure to look perfect in Hollywood, Lancaster accepted it as part of the job. "Business is all about illusion," he said in a 1980 interview. According to cosmetic surgeon Dr. Alan Matarazzo, Burt Lancaster's procedures became the model for male aesthetics due to their subtlety and ability to maintain a natural appearance while keeping up with advancements in cosmetic technology. He set a new gold standard for male celebrities in maintaining their image discreetly yet effectively. Robert Mitchum, an icon of film noir with his cool and brooding style, had a calculated approach to grooming. Although he was initially known for his rough appearance when he first arrived in Hollywood in the 1940s, his rugged features and slightly crooked nose were seen as obstacles to becoming a leading man. However, Mitchum underwent subtle rhinoplasty in 1947 to improve his appearance, while still retaining the distinctive features associated with his strong masculine image. What makes Mitchum's cosmetic journey unique is that he didn't seek to completely erase the flaws that made him distinctive. His characteristic droopy eyes, once considered a drawback, later became his trademark. When suggested eyelid surgery in the 1950s, Mitchum bluntly refused, determined to preserve his natural look. As he aged, Mitchum considered traditional facelift surgery, but instead focused on maintaining his strong jawline, a key feature that contributed to his masculine appearance. From 1968 to 1975, Mitchum underwent several minor procedures to discreetly maintain his appearance, avoiding excessive cosmetic interventions. His personal doctor, Dr. Ronald Curran, described these procedures as a form of gentle maintenance that helped Mitchum preserve his natural charm. Mitchum's choice of roles also reflected his acceptance of the passage of time, favoring more mature characters rather than clinging to a youthful image. This subtle approach to maintaining his appearance, combined with his calm acting style, helped solidify Mitchum's status as a true Hollywood icon, a legacy that was only further recognized after his passing. Burt Reynolds, known for his handsome appearance and muscular physique, underwent several cosmetic surgeries as he aged, while maintaining a distinct masculine image. His first major surgery took place in the mid-1970s after an accident while performing a stunt for the film Deliverance. The accident resulted in a broken jaw, requiring surgery to restore both function and aesthetics. This was a significant procedure for Reynolds, not only to repair the physical damage, but also to preserve his strength and the powerful image that was central to his film career. As he entered his 40s, Reynolds became more focused on his appearance, especially after noticing signs of hair loss. In 1978, he underwent one of the first hair transplants, a painful procedure that left visible scarring, but also helped him maintain a thick head of hair, an important factor in preserving his youthful and vibrant look. In the 1980s, Reynolds underwent several facial procedures, including cosmetic surgery in 1984 and a more extensive surgery in 1988. These procedures helped Reynolds maintain a strong and healthy appearance, aligning with the image he had built throughout his career. However, unlike many of his contemporaries, Reynolds didn't hide his cosmetic procedures. He even joked about them in a 1990 interview on The Tonight Show, helping to break down stereotypes and normalize male body enhancement in Hollywood. He always displayed comfort and confidence with these changes, creating a new model for male stars, encouraging them not to hesitate to improve their appearance to maintain a long-lasting career. However, by the mid-1990s, the noticeable changes in his face drew attention and criticism from the public. Many remarked that his cosmetic procedures had become too obvious and no longer maintained the natural look he once had. In his 2015 memoir, Reynolds openly expressed regret, admitting that most of the procedures he underwent were unnecessary and stemmed from insecurities about his changing appearance. Robert Redford, with his naturally handsome looks and charisma, was one of the most sought-after stars in Hollywood during the 1970s and 1980s. However, behind that classic American charm was an image meticulously crafted through decades of strategic cosmetic enhancements. Unlike many other celebrities who have publicly denied undergoing plastic surgery, Redford took a more subtle and discreet approach. He neither confirmed nor denied anything when asked about his youthful appearance. In a 2007 interview with The Telegraph, he simply replied, "I think people have the right to do whatever they want. I don't see anything wrong with that." This diplomatic response cleverly concealed what many in the industry and medical experts believe to be a series of sophisticated cosmetic procedures carried out in distinct stages beginning in the mid-1980s when he was nearing 50. Redford is believed to have undergone his initial procedures primarily to improve the lower eyelids where under-eye bags had started to appear and dull the sharpness of his gaze. Makeup artist Leonard Engelman, who worked with Redford on several film projects, also alluded to these early treatments when he said, "Bob has always been meticulous about how he looks on camera. He understands his face better than most cinematographers and knows exactly what needs to be done to maintain his appeal on screen." In the early 1990s, as Redford began transitioning into directing with films like A River Runs Through It, he appeared to have added some more refined procedures, such as a conservative jawline lift, that helped give his face a firmer look while still maintaining a natural appearance. What set Redford's approach to aesthetic enhancement apart was his gradual staged method rather than a dramatic overhaul. Dermatologist Patricia Wexler, who has never treated Redford, studied his transformation through photographs and stated, "What we're seeing with Redford is the clear benefit of gentle periodic intervention rather than waiting until everything goes downhill. He seems to be opting for a gradual maintenance approach, resulting in a much smoother and more natural-looking change than what we typically see with most other stars." Redford's cosmetic journey paralleled his transformation from leading actor to director and founder of the prestigious Sundance Institute. As his public appearances became less frequent, the pressure to maintain a flawless image also eased, allowing him to approach aging more gently and gradually. As Redford moved into his 70s and then 80s, his appearance struck a remarkable balance, retaining a touch of youthful vibrance, while also allowing natural signs of aging to emerge in other areas. Sunspots and wrinkles once treated too aggressively are now left intact, creating a more realistically textured image. Film critic Richard Rohr noted this shift in his 2018 review of The Old Man and the Gun, writing, "At last, Redford allows himself to look his age, or at least close to it. His appearance has a stunning authenticity. You still see the handsome young man he once was, but you also feel the wisdom and experience of his years. Redford's measured approach to maintaining his appearance has become the ideal many cosmetic surgeons now strive for, with male celebrities enhancing, without overdoing, allowing the aging process to unfold naturally while preserving one's distinctive features. It's a style that is elegant, composed, and wise, much like Redford himself. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more, don't forget to like, share the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below to let us know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Let's continue the story together. Sylvester Stallone, with his tough action hero image in films like Rocky and Rambo, has always maintained a fit physique and strong masculine appeal. Stallone has preserved his looks through discreet cosmetic interventions, especially as he entered his 50s. The changes to his face, though subtle, are still noticeable, helping him retain a rugged and compelling presence on camera. Even so, Stallone has been candid about these interventions and has consistently expressed the view that maintaining one's appearance is essential in the entertainment industry. From facelifts to smaller procedures aimed at preserving a youthful look, Stallone has skillfully blended aesthetic enhancements with the tough, battle-hardened image he's cultivated throughout his career. This has not only helped him sustain a long-lasting career, but also proved that improving one's appearance doesn't have to compromise the essence or natural charisma of an action star. Sylvester Stallone. One of the most talked about and debated aesthetic transformations in Hollywood has undergone a long journey of physical changes, from the rugged natural look of his early tumultuous years to a carefully sculpted face shaped over decades. Stallone has become a role model for male celebrities in terms of beauty, not only because of the dramatic changes, but also due to his admirable openness about them. Although he often avoids detailing his cosmetic surgeries, Stallone has acknowledged that much of his appearance enhancement is medical in nature. He was born with mild facial paralysis due to complications during birth, resulting in noticeable asymmetry in his mouth and lower face. An on-set accident during Death Race 2000 in 1975 worsened the issue and led to corrective surgery in the 1980s. However, it is Stallone's openness about his cosmetic interventions that has had a profound impact on Hollywood, not only changing perceptions about male aesthetic enhancement, but also breaking down the stigma of secrecy within the industry. At the height of the Rocky and Rambo franchises, Stallone began taking greater control over his appearance. Around 1984, he is believed to have undergone several cosmetic procedures to soften his rugged facial features, including adjustments to his jawline and hairline. This transformation became noticeable when comparing his look in Rocky III, 1982, and Rocky IV, 1985. In a 1992 interview with Vanity Fair, Stallone candidly shared about his plastic surgery. "I've had plastic surgery. I feel like a car that needs tuning, nothing major, just a few minor adjustments." It was this honesty that made Stallone a new role model for male Hollywood stars, ushering in an era where enhancing one's appearance was no longer taboo, but accepted as part of the profession. Entering his 60s, Stallone maintained a youthful and robust appearance. When directly asked about his looks in 2008, he openly told people, "I admit that at my age, doing action movies, you have to look good. That's the nature of the job." Stallone's physical transformation seems to have gone hand in hand with the evolution of his on-screen image, as his roles increasingly demanded extraordinary physicality. Stallone's powerful presence has not only been maintained through his action films, but also optimized through careful attention to his appearance. In The Expendables 2010, Stallone, then in his mid-60s, still made a strong impression with a physique and face that showed hardly any change. This style pays tribute to the classic action genre he helped shape throughout his career. Plastic surgeon Cheryl Aston, who has never treated Stallone, commented that he represents a new approach to aesthetics for modern actors, where enhancing one's appearance is no longer taboo, but has become part of the job. This approach differs from previous generations where actors had to keep their cosmetic procedures a secret. In 2019, while promoting Rambo: Last Blood at age 73, Stallone's appearance showed signs of many years of work, from facial surgeries to body enhancements. Although he has occasionally faced criticism for looking unnatural, many admire his courage and pragmatism in openly acknowledging his need to maintain his image. Stallone candidly stated in a 2019 interview, "Everyone has to fight the aging process. Some people do it more than others. I'm not going to lie, I want to look good, that's part of my job." It is this frank and unashamed approach that has helped reshape Hollywood's view of men. Unlike the secrecy and hesitation of previous generations, Stallone has proven that enhancing one's appearance is a sensible and necessary career strategy, helping him maintain a strong and captivating image. Sylvester Stallone has paved the way for a generation of actors who are more open about pursuing their careers, confidently embracing enhancements, and maintaining their image in an industry where appearance is indispensable. Thanks to his honesty and determination, he has not only changed Hollywood's perspective on aesthetics, but also set a new standard for male stars to improve their looks without hiding it. Al Pacino, a timeless icon, has masterfully and subtly crafted his journey of maintaining his personal image. His intense gaze and sharply defined features helped shape a new kind of male star in the cinema of the 1970s. His iconic roles in the Godfather series and Dog Day Afternoon not only established him as a legendary actor, but also earned him recognition as one of the finest talents of his generation. Pacino's appearance has always been a key element in the success of these roles, creating the image of a powerful, compelling, and magnetic man. As Pacino's career spanned multiple decades, his appearance gradually evolved, reflecting the shifting ways in which Hollywood men approached aesthetic enhancement. During the first 2 decades of his career, Pacino showed little to no change. His natural aging was evident in films like Scarface 1983 and Sea of Love 1989, as the signs of time began to appear more prominently on his face. However, in the early 1990s, subtle changes began to emerge, particularly around his hairline. Pacino's hair had noticeably receded during the 1980s, but appeared fuller in Scent of a Woman 1992, marking one of the first visible enhancements in his appearance. According to Dr. Robert Bernstein, who has never treated Pacino but has analyzed his transformation, Pacino is a prime example of the punch graft hair transplant technique that was common at the time. While effective on camera, this method had limitations when viewed up close, especially as subtle changes occurred year by year. Nevertheless, the procedure helped him maintain a youthful and vibrant appearance, preserving the strong, commanding image he was known for. These weren't drastic interventions, but rather careful adjustments enhancing Pacino's look while keeping his natural essence and screen presence intact. In the early 2000s, as Pacino entered his 60s, his appearance continued to evolve in more subtle ways, particularly around the jawline and neck. These changes pointed to the use of gentle facelift techniques, a common cosmetic procedure at the time. Veteran Hollywood makeup artist Maurice Stein, who worked with Pacino on several projects, noted that Pacino was very strategic in maintaining his appearance. Every change he made was intended to preserve his defining features rather than erase them. This reflects Pacino's consistent priority to retain his identity and unique characteristics, allowing him to maintain a powerful, captivating image without overhauling his natural look. Pacino's physical transformation also paralleled the evolution of his role choices. From portraying impulsive, youthful characters, he transitioned into mature, authoritative figures. This shift became especially evident in his performances, where Pacino's characters often carried a deep inner strength and conveyed the complex emotions that come with age. His facial adjustments seemed less about trying to look younger and more about preserving the magnetism and presence that have long defined his on-screen persona. In the 2010s, as he entered his 70s, Al Pacino continued to maintain his signature image with even more meticulous care. In The Irishman 2019, while digital de-aging was used to modify his face on screen, the overall attention to detail from his eyelids to his hair revealed a clear investment in his appearance. Unlike some artists who allow their appearance to evolve entirely naturally over time, Pacino has preserved a version of himself changed but still instantly recognizable and compelling. This approach aligns with his theatrical roots and his elevated stage-inspired acting style, which has always carried a timeless quality marked by a distinct sense of presence and unmistakable intelligence. Critic Peter Travers noted in a 2018 review, Pacino is still unmistakably himself, the hair, the look, the energy, all of it. In truth, Pacino has used aesthetics not simply to hold on to youth, but as a tool to preserve his unique means of expression. Maintaining his appearance has not only allowed him to continue shining on screen, but also to retain his distinctive identity in the entertainment industry. This thoughtful approach to aesthetics has helped Pacino become an irreplaceable film icon, proving that preserving one's personal image is an essential part of an enduring artistic career. John Travolta is one of Hollywood's stars whose career has undergone multiple dramatic reinventions, from the sexy dancing heartthrob of the 1970s to his comeback in the 1990s as a seasoned icon. Travolta has consistently adapted throughout his career, and his appearance has undergone numerous noticeable changes that reflect both personal choices and the evolving aesthetic trends among men. These transformations have not only helped him remain in the spotlight, but also demonstrate his versatility in shaping and reinventing his personal image. Travolta's first cosmetic intervention was prompted by a real concern, his receding hairline, which threatened the cool, masculine image he had built following his breakout success in Saturday Night Fever 1977. According to his former hairstylist, David Fry, Travolta underwent one of the earliest hair transplant procedures around 1980, using a technique that was common at the time. Though his career was in decline during that period, he didn't hesitate to take action to maintain his appearance. These changes not only helped preserve his signature charm, but also set a precedent for male stars taking proactive steps in grooming and enhancing their looks. However, by the time of his comeback in Pulp Fiction 1994, Travolta didn't shy away from revealing his natural hair loss. This choice gave him a more mature look that suited the character of Vincent Vega, perfectly reaffirming his versatility as an actor far beyond the teen idol image of his early years. It marked a pivotal moment in Travolta's appearance journey, one where he began to embrace and project a more realistic image of himself, rather than clinging to the youthful look tied to his earlier role. The most noticeable aesthetic turning point in Travolta's appearance began in the early 2000s as he entered his 50s. Comparing Swordfish 2001 to Hairspray 2007, one can clearly see a fuller hairline, more lifted facial features, and a sharper jawline. These changes align with facelift techniques common at the time aimed at preserving a youthful, charismatic presence on screen. These transformations show that Travolta wasn't just investing in enhancing his looks, but also thoughtfully tailoring his image to align with each evolving stage of his career. In the 2010s, Travolta's appearance became increasingly stylized, and many experts believe he used a combination of modern hair systems, high-quality wigs, and even cosmetic scalp tattooing to create the effect of a full, well-groomed head of hair. This approach allowed him to seamlessly shift between his everyday look and his polished public image, maintaining a consistent presence both on and off screen. Plastic surgeon Dr. Paul Nassy, who has not directly treated Travolta but has studied his transformation, noted Travolta's case highlights the wide range of aesthetic options available to men, from surgical procedures to non-invasive solutions like hair systems. This integrated approach is very common yet rarely discussed openly. What's particularly notable about Travolta is his flexibility in shaping his image. His appearance has varied significantly between public appearances, showing that he isn't tied to a fixed look, but is willing to experiment to suit different phases of his career. Around 2015, images of Travolta both with and without his hair system began circulating online, highlighting his comfort with presenting different versions of himself. Instead of avoiding the topic, Travolta became more open, sharing moments of his bald, natural look on social media. This selective transparency reflects a modern approach to image management, one that acknowledges the reality of aging while still maintaining control over his professional appearance. Beauty industry expert Cary Grant noted in a 2019 analysis that Travolta's journey reflects how modern male celebrities are approaching aesthetics today. No longer shrouded in secrecy, male grooming and cosmetic enhancement have become more flexible, pragmatic, and intelligent than ever before. This stance neither outright denies cosmetic procedures nor lays everything bare. It accurately reflects how many modern male celebrities manage their image in today's visually driven, high-demand media landscape. Travolta has been at the forefront of this shift, demonstrating that a smart, flexible use of aesthetics can sustain a long-lasting career without sacrificing one's identity or natural charisma. Tom Cruise, with his youthful and enduring appearance throughout a career spanning 4 decades, has always been a Hollywood icon. This look has sparked much speculation about whether he has undergone cosmetic surgery, Although Cruise consistently denies any rumors about using cosmetic procedures, subtle but noticeable changes in his appearance have led many to believe that he has made some strategic enhancements, particularly to his smile and nose. In the early years of his career, Cruise's teeth were uneven and discolored, making his image less polished than what the public sees today. However, by the time Top Gun was released in 1986, his smile had noticeably improved, likely due to the use of veneers to create a straighter, whiter set of teeth. In fact, this change not only gave Cruise a more confident smile, but also helped enhance his attractive image in film. Another noticeable change is Cruise's nose. In his later films, his nose appears slimmer, suggesting he may have undergone a conservative rhinoplasty. This surgery not only improved his appearance, but also preserved his distinctive masculine features, allowing him to easily captivate audiences without losing the unique character of his face. This is a clear example of subtle cosmetic surgery that maintains original features without drastically altering a star's natural look. As he entered his 40s, Tom Cruise maintained an astonishingly youthful appearance which surprised many. Several cosmetic experts, including dermatologist Dr. Patricia Wexler, believe that non-invasive treatments, such as Botox or fillers, may have been used to preserve facial fullness without visible signs. In fact, during the 2010s, Cruise's face appeared fuller, leading many to speculate that he might have tried fillers or fat grafting to maintain a youthful look. These changes reflect a strategic approach to appearance maintenance, helping Cruise preserve his charm and unique appeal in the public eye. However, Cruise has consistently denied all rumors of cosmetic surgery. He firmly asserts that his looks are the result of good genetics and a healthy lifestyle, reflecting a proactive and positive attitude toward self-care. The contrast between the public's perception of Cruise's physical changes and his denials only highlights the fact that maintaining one's appearance has become an essential aspect for male Hollywood stars. Whether through subtle cosmetic enhancements or simply good genetics and healthy lifestyle habits, Cruise has managed to maintain his flawless image. This reflects a common reality in the entertainment industry, where male celebrities often avoid admitting to having cosmetic procedures, yet still maintain their ideal image in the public eye. This forces them to constantly find ways to enhance and preserve their personal appeal, while not wanting to be seen as dependent on their looks or any intervention. Tom Cruise's ability to maintain a youthful appearance throughout his career while preserving his lasting charm and appeal is clear evidence of an excellent image management strategy. Whether through genetics, a healthy lifestyle, or subtle enhancements, Cruise has sustained the image of a resilient movie star with a look that has changed very little over time. These adjustments and self-care not only helped him continue succeeding in his career, but also proved that in this highly competitive industry, maintaining a flawless and appropriate image at every stage is essential. These efforts further reinforce his image as a man who is not only talented, but also knows how to take care of and protect his personal brand, ensuring not just career success, but also lasting appeal in the eyes of the public. Kenny Rogers. The country music legend is one of the few male celebrities who has openly and candidly shared his journey with cosmetic surgery, something quite rare in the entertainment industry. It all began in the early 1990s when he turned 50 and noticed his eyelids starting to droop, which affected his appearance. Instead of staying silent like many other celebrities, Kenny Rogers was very upfront about improving his looks. In a 2006 interview, he said, "I've had quite a bit of cosmetic surgery. I had work done on my eyes and a facelift, and it was great." For Rogers, enhancing his appearance wasn't something to be ashamed of, but rather a part of self-care and maintaining his image in the public eye. However, in the late 2000s, he underwent several more cosmetic procedures to maintain a youthful appearance. This time, the results were not what he had hoped for. In a 2012 interview, Rogers candidly admitted, "I looked like I was in a constant state of shock." His openness about these changes not only gave the public a more realistic view of cosmetic treatments, but also helped shift cultural attitudes toward male aesthetic enhancements, a topic often avoided in the entertainment industry. Instead of hiding or denying it, Kenny Rogers chose to accept his decisions and view them with a light-hearted perspective. In his memoir, Kenny Rogers reflects on his aesthetic choices with calmness, sharing that although cosmetic procedures don't always yield the desired results, accepting oneself and moving forward is what matters most. He advises that taking care of oneself and maintaining a healthy youthful image is a natural part of aging, but appearance should never overshadow confidence and self-worth. Rogers' approach has sparked an important conversation about male aesthetics, helping to reduce stigma and promote openness around self-care in the entertainment industry. Barry Manilow. One of the most iconic figures in the entertainment industry has undergone a transformation in his appearance over several decades, making his journey one of the most notable examples of male aesthetic enhancement in the field. Unlike many other artists who tend to avoid this topic, Manilow has occasionally acknowledged having some cosmetic procedures, although he keeps many details private. His transformation appears to have begun in the mid-1980s, when he was in his 40s. Early on, he underwent minor adjustments such as rhinoplasty and jawline contouring, which enhanced his distinctive look while preserving his facial identity. In the 1990s, Manilow's changes in appearance became more noticeable, with signs such as brow lifts and facelift procedures. This period marked a time when cosmetic surgery for men began to gain more open acceptance in society, although people still rarely spoke openly about it. These changes not only helped Manilow maintain a youthful look, but also reflected a shift in societal attitudes toward male aesthetic enhancements, as celebrities started becoming more open about their use of cosmetic procedures. Nevertheless, Manilow has always chosen to keep many specific details of his process private, only occasionally acknowledging some of the treatments he underwent. In the 2000s, Manilow's appearance continued to attract media attention. Procedures such as eyelid surgery and facelifts helped him achieve a refreshed look, keeping him youthful and appealing. However, unlike many other artists, Manilow did not feel pressured to maintain a fixed image. He stated that he wasn't driven by the same appearance expectations that many stars face, instead focusing on his music career. Manilow's changes in appearance were not only personal, but also reflected a broader cultural trend as men in the entertainment industry became more open about enhancing and maintaining their looks. Barry Manilow's transformation journey is no longer a controversial topic, but has become an integral part of his public image, closely tied to the career and musical legacy he has built over decades. His openness and willingness to share about his appearance changes have helped Manilow maintain the love and admiration of the public. At the same time, it reflects a significant shift in how society views self-care and aesthetic enhancement, especially for men in the entertainment industry. Before officially coming out and becoming Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner had a notable journey with cosmetic procedures, especially through the lens of reality television. This journey began in the 1980s when he decided to undergo a facelift around 1984 to address early signs of aging. This decision was a step toward maintaining the image of a famous sports star, but also reflected the shifting trends in male aesthetics at the time, as cosmetic surgery was becoming more openly accepted. In the mid-1990s, Jenner underwent a botched nose surgery, an experience he candidly shared in a 2009 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This moment partly revealed the difficulties and challenges of early cosmetic interventions, while also sparking a new conversation about the topic within the public community. Notably, Bruce Jenner was one of the few male celebrities willing to speak openly about his cosmetic procedures, something quite rare at a time when most male stars kept their beauty treatments private. Jenner's openness about his aesthetic journey helped shift public perception regarding male grooming and cosmetic enhancement. In 2009, when Jenner had a new nose, his cosmetic work was documented on television and partly helped shift public perception of male plastic surgery. These changes were made to enhance Bruce Jenner's appearance and were not part of his gender transition, highlighting that cosmetic procedures can serve not only to alter gender identity, but also to improve one's personal image in society. Before publicly coming out as transgender in 2015, Jenner underwent several other procedures, including a tracheal shave, an element that sparked speculation about his gender identity. However, at that time, these changes were simply aimed at improving his appearance as Bruce Jenner. Jenner's openness and honesty helped normalize discussions about male aesthetics, a topic that had rarely been openly addressed before. This paved the way for other male celebrities to feel more confident sharing their own beauty journeys. Jenner not only changed the public's perception of plastic surgery for men, but also became a pioneer in making conversations about male aesthetics more open and accessible within the community. Mickey Rourke, one of Hollywood's most controversial and notable stories of physical transformation, underwent a dramatic change from a handsome masculine icon of the 1980s to an almost unrecognizable face after a boxing career and a series of reconstructive surgeries. Rourke was once known for his rugged good looks and the charm of a bad boy in films like Diner 1982 and 912 Weeks 1986. However, he unexpectedly switched to a boxing career in the early 1990s, a decision that had serious consequences for his appearance. From 1991 to 1994, Rourke endured a series of severe injuries, including a broken nose and cheekbones, which required multiple reconstructive surgeries to restore his face. These medical procedures marked the beginning of a long physical transformation process, causing his appearance to change significantly over time. In the late 1990s, Mickey Rourke continued seeking cosmetic procedures, such as facelift surgery, to address the aging effects caused by his boxing injuries. However, he openly admitted that he had chosen the wrong surgeon, which led to unwanted changes in his appearance. Although these surgeries were intended to improve his looks, they did not yield the expected results and created a drastically different appearance compared to his image in earlier film. In the 2000s, particularly through his roles in Sin City 2005 and The Wrestler 2008, Rourke's new appearance became an inseparable part of his public image. Although these changes were not exactly what he had hoped for, they contributed to creating a distinctive and unique persona for Rourke, making him a standout figure in the film industry. Mickey Rourke's story is a vivid example of the consequences of injury combined with complex surgeries over time, sometimes with unpredictable results. Rourke's openness about this journey is rare in the entertainment industry, where appearance is often kept secret and not publicly discussed. He has accepted that changes in his appearance are an inevitable part of life, and even though his face is no longer perfect as before, it still tells his story. In one candid interview, Rourke said, "My face tells a story. It's not always pretty, but it's real." This acceptance and openness have helped Rourke not only face the changes in his appearance, but also made him a role model for those who dare to confront life's challenges and are unafraid to share that journey with the public. Scott Carrot Top Thompson, from the famous red-haired comedian of the 1990s to a completely different look in the 2000s, is a notable example of male aesthetic enhancement in the entertainment industry. Initially, Carrot Top was known for his bright red hair and slim physique, but around the 2000s his image began to change significantly. His body became more muscular, sparking speculation that he engaged in intense workouts and even used bodybuilding supplements to improve his appearance. This transformation drew public attention, as Carrot Top was previously recognized for his image as a humorous, approachable guy with a light frame and youthful face. By the mid-2000s, changes to Carrot Top's facial appearance also became more noticeable. Comparing his appearances on The Tonight Show from 1996 to 2006, one can easily spot clear differences in his eyebrows, eyes, and other facial features. This led to speculation that he may have undergone cosmetic procedures such as a brow lift, eyelid surgery, and cheek augmentation. When asked about these changes, Carrot Top humorously responded that he hadn't had surgery but just bad makeup. However, according to renowned plastic surgeon Dr. Richard Fleming, the changes in Carrot Top's face are more likely the result of some form of cosmetic surgery, although he still retains his easily recognizable distinctive features. Carrot Top's transformation challenged traditional notions of male image in the entertainment industry, particularly regarding standards of masculinity. Initially, his new look was met with some ridicule from the public and media. However, over time, Carrot Top's updated appearance gained wider acceptance, reflecting a shift in how society perceives male beauty. His openness about the changes to his appearance helped increase public acceptance of men enhancing their looks in the entertainment world. This transformation was not just about aesthetics, but also part of a broader shift in how male celebrities manage their personal image. Ultimately, Carrot Top's transformation stands as a prime example of how male celebrities proactively manage their personal image in an era where every change is closely scrutinized by the media and the public. He didn't just alter his appearance, but also shifted the way the public perceives confidence and control over a male star's image. Although Carrot Top's look sparked considerable controversy, it ultimately became an integral part of his career and his lasting connection with fans. Simon Cowell, the sharp-tongued judge known for his blunt style on American Idol, has undergone one of the most publicly noted cosmetic transformations in the male entertainment industry. Initially, Cowell embraced a natural look and even appeared indifferent to the kind of polished appearance often associated with celebrities. However, by 2008, subtle signs of Botox or similar cosmetic treatments began to show on his face. In an interview, Cowell casually admitted to getting Botox injections and remarked, "Every guy I know is getting it now," reflecting a shift in how famous men openly care for their appearance as they enter their 50s. Since then, Cowell's cosmetic procedures have become more apparent, possibly including eyelid surgery, facelift, and neck lift. These changes, though intended to enhance his appearance, have made Cowell's look noticeably different from his earlier image. A notable event occurred in 2017 when Cowell faced health issues which led him to adopt a healthier lifestyle, coinciding with further changes in his appearance around 2019. Cowell has been open about the beauty treatments he has undergone, including a subtle facelift, skincare fillers, and continued use of Botox. These changes have not only made him look younger, but also reflect a growing trend of male grooming and beauty care. However, in 2022, Simon Cowell's new look faced criticism from some who felt his cosmetic procedures had gone too far. The excessive changes to his appearance led the public to perceive his transformation as unnatural, sparking mixed reactions. Cowell later admitted that he had gone too far, and even said he no longer recognized himself in old photos. Simon Cowell's transformation attracted attention not only because of the extent of his physical changes, but also due to his candidness. This openness has helped normalize conversations about male cosmetic enhancements and sparked deeper reflections on the boundaries and expectations of maintaining a public image in the entertainment industry. Cowell has become a prominent figure in promoting openness and acceptance of cosmetic procedures among men, even though his physical changes have not always been met with positive public reception. President Joe Biden's journey of subtle aesthetic enhancements exemplifies how refined improvements can contribute to a lasting image in the political arena, where appearance remains an important factor. Biden began struggling with significant hair loss in his early 30s and opted for modern hair transplant procedures to restore his hairline, boosting both his confidence and natural look. Over the following decades, he continued to undergo several hair restoration treatments, reflecting his ongoing commitment to advancements in cosmetic technology, according to Dr. William Rassman, a leading expert in the field. Beyond his hair, one of the most noticeable changes in Joe Biden's appearance is his smile. Through comprehensive cosmetic dentistry, he transformed his uneven smile into a bright, even one. This not only enhanced his friendly appearance, but also helped build his professional image, an important factor in his political career. These adjustments played a key role in shaping Biden's approachable and warm look, especially as he entered his 60s and 70s. Biden is also believed to have undergone subtle facial cosmetic procedures, including eyelid surgery, to maintain a youthful and vibrant appearance, helping him look younger than his actual age. Although these noticeable changes in Biden's appearance have occurred, they have not faced strong political criticism. This can be attributed to the careful approach and natural results of the cosmetic procedures, allowing him to remain approachable and sincere in the eyes of the public. Political strategist James Carville once remarked, "Voters today can accept public figures taking care of their appearance as long as it doesn't take away from who they really are." Joe Biden's approach represents a delicate balance between maintaining his appearance and preserving authenticity, demonstrating that when done right, cosmetic enhancements do not overshadow a person's true essence. Instead, they affirm the vitality and presence of a public figure in an ever-changing world. Which personality impressed you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to catch more exciting videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you in the next videos.